Hi, I'm Pox.
Couch Guy.
Ragable.
And you're watching the Two Smart Guys show where we bring you the latest hacking and electronic gadget news.
News is of news. And this week is special.
Why?
Well, because we got to see the new stuff this week. All the stuff that we've been hearing rumors about and leaks about and crap.
I haven't seen.
And then there's Ragable.
I was literally in the desert, so I have nothing. This is all news to me. This is new news.
I won't lie to you, I haven't been watching a lot of it. I've been mostly getting most of it from him and his tweets. Because I have, not one, but two jobs. So I can't just keep up on it very well.
Three if you count this.
Three jobs.
So anyways, the big news is big console from Nintendo with a wonderful name.
They're putting out a new console.
Yes, they're putting out a new console. They're the only ones that announced a big system.
Guess what this one is?
Not like a peripheral to their system?
No.
Not like a Kinect or a Move?
Imagine Nintendo playing catch-up.
No.
Yes, absolutely. You know why? This one's
So what
HD.
is it? What is
this
it?
one's
What is
HD.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa. I think, okay. What is it? What is it?
Go ahead.
Okay. So the Nintendo Wii is basically looks identical to the regular Wii, and it takes basically a special Blu-ray-ish type media. 25 gigabytes is what it stores its media on.
Single layer.
It's backwards compatible with Wii and Wii controllers, but the big news is basically a 6-inch iPad-ish type screen with controllers on the side, or with buttons on the side.
It looks like a massive frickin' Game Boy.
Wait, what?
It's quite so Wii U basically is one person, and I don't know if there are multiple people can do this, but one person gets this what looks like a gigantic tablet.
Yeah, so it's like you're like holding up a miniature iPad, like somewhere in between an iPad and an iPhone.
And that has a screen on it that's a touch interface.
That's correct.
That will actually interact as either
as a camera, a front-facing camera.
Yeah, and can interact both as the same screen or as a different screen than what your viewers are watching.
So they showed somebody playing the new Super Mario Brothers on the TV, and then they change the channel and they just start playing it on the device. Now on the controller, but the controller itself doesn't have the brains; it's just streaming to the controller.
Okay, there was another game that they showed off called Chase Me. Okay, which is one of their new games for the new Wii U. It's called the Wii U, not just the Wii. You can call it the Wii.
Oh, the Wii U.
Wii U. Anyway, so basically 4 people can be the chasers and one person is the chasee. The chasee is actually watching their own video away from the television, and the 4 chasers are watching the quad box that we're all used to from, like first-person shooters. Okay? So imagine the person with the little handheld device is actually able to run away and hide without the 4 people that are watching the TV seeing where they're going.
Huh.
There's a really interesting group of videos
You remember
on their website.
You remember when we played the Four Swords and the Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same concept. You have your own little screen, but they were also showing like first-person shooters.
So let me get this straight. They want HD.
They went HD.
But
They have HDMI on this one.
They're emphasizing a smaller screen.
On the second system.
No, so the controller has a screen in it, right?
On one controller.
Yeah.
But you're still using the TV too.
So basically, if you haven't got ADD yet, they're going to push it.
So you're trying to do this.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's exactly it. But the cool thing is like, so they're showing a first-person shooter, and the sniper rifle is the screen, so you hold it up, and you get the zoom-in view on your controller. Or your maps and your whatevers are on the smaller screen.
There was one where they demoed that is, I really dislike Nintendo's kiddie look to everything, but you held up as a shield, and like you could move the screen around, and the screen itself would pan as 360 or 180 at least, and that you would be able to look forward, but off to the left and off to the right, you could see the extension of the screen, and then they would shoot at you, and you held it up, and you got plunk, a shield. It was.
And they also have it so that you put it on the ground and you use it as your golf tee and you swing. with your hand, and it's using the camera that uses that as your golf tee.
I'm really nervous for holding that knife. It's interesting. It's completely different than anything we've
I
seen.
have to give them credit because it's new. It's not the same
absolutely
old
different.
thing. Although
It's functional. It's not just new weird like you're not the controller, which is like it's new functional. Like if you want to take it away and play the Wii, you could play the Wii from this device and not disrupt the TV. You could also interact more, differently.
So
than you
are
had
they
before.
trying to downplay the motion-based controllers?
Yep,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, that was so 2004 or
Now we're streaming.
Seven.
So now
Now we're
they're
streaming
pimping-
video to your controller.
So
yeah,
now they're pimping secondary display.
yeah, secondary
of,
display with.
DS.
Bigger than DS, but yeah, basically, but not.
See, the weird thing
Yes.
is they could have just done. They even talked about doing that. I mean, they did do it with the GameCube. They were using their existing portable for.
But you had to buy the
functionality.
cables and the right game, and the game had to support it, and it got to be this whole like messy thing.
Yeah,
It
well,
didn't work.
I'm sure this will come out very, very similar.
Anyways, Sony says, oh yeah, you know what? We can do that with the PSP Vita.
Vita.
Vita is now the name of the new PSP.
PS Vita. It's not PSP. It's PS
Oh, it's
Vita.
PS Vita.
What's so special about the PS Vita?
PS Vita is the same thing that was the NGP that we saw before. It just got a name now.
It's the PSP 2.
Okay.
Or 3, depending on which one you're counting.
Yeah. But anyways, it's basically the same thing. It's a huge screen. What is it?
Much bigger screen.
It's a nice big screen. It's got forward and back cameras. It's got all the motion controls and everything. It's basically this Nintendo controller.
And it's even it's got better resolution though than
Oh, than the Nintendo one.
the Nintendo one.
Yeah, but it's a little bit
It's
smaller
got a
screen.
significant increase in resolution compared to current PSP. And probably significant based on...
Although it is $250, and I think Nintendo's controller is probably going to cost a little bit less than that.
I would bet you that Nintendo's pops out at $300.
I think.
Wait a minute. Well, you said it was. I thought you said Nintendo put out a system. It's
It's a system.
There was a leak, and it may not be accurate, but European price was $399 for Euro.
If it's a Euro $399, then it's actually going to be $450 for us.
Yeah.
For
Jesus.
for the Wii U,
Yeah, for the Wii U.
I think Wii U is taking a key off of PlayStation and Microsoft and jamming their stuff out there as close to $500 as I can get. Because they can sell their system at $250 for the 3DS, why not sell their big system for even more? And if they can turn that little handheld device into something functional outside of the Wii, being on the big TV, then
I don't think they're trying to do that, though.
it's got a touch
Okay.
screen interface.
So
it's got
Nintendo's got
cameras.
the Wii U.
Yeah.
Sony's got the PS Vita.
And it's got the
announce-
paddles on the back, or a touch surface on the back, like we saw, and everything else.
Did they announce anything new for their PS3 system or the next PS system?
They said they're back up on the PlayStation Network.
And they said, sorry about that. Here's some free games.
Hey, by the way, for anyone who's watching, you've got till the end of June to get your free games and your free membership on the PlayStation Network Plus.
Yeah, so hopefully there's a hack soon so we can get back on with the older firmware.
So if you haven't got a hack system like I do, you can get in there and do that kind of stuff. But
So Microsoft. What about Microsoft?
Microsoft's not doing anything. Are you kidding? They're trying to put their stuff on phones.
They're promoting the Kinect. The Kinect is the fastest selling video game apparel ever, and they're
Well, you know why? Because every user that ever buys a Xbox has to buy 3. So
I'm talking about the action. Yeah, anyways, so they were showing their chart, and you're probably right. They're showing the sales of the Xbox 360 system, and they flat out are delaying the next iteration of their system because their sales keep going up and up and up. They haven't plateaued yet.
Every time that you crash an Xbox and you look at your games and go, I have to go buy another Xbox, you're actually extending the life of Xbox 360 because Microsoft has made a living off of selling products that don't work, and they got really a hot seller here, so it's awesome.
That's one way to look at it.
It's
Although-
really, Windows 98 on, they have sold products that don't work continually. 95 was the last one that was pretend to be stable half the time. And they accepted
For
it wasn't stable.
example, how many iterations of Xboxes have you gone through, Pox?
I think this is my 4th one.
I can tell you.
My dad is on his 2nd one. My brother is on his 3rd one.
Average is about 3.
He's on his 3rd now?
Yeah.
See, I have his 2nd one. Or is it his 3rd one that I have?
You have his
That's
first
his 2nd one.
I have his 2nd one. The one that we were trying to break so we could fix it.
And I'm on my 2nd one.
And everybody keeps buying them.
And I've been on my 2nd one for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I'm on Pox.
Yeah, but you don't use yours anymore.
PlayStation 3.
I do.
And
Use
I'm
it
on
for Netflix.
my first PlayStation 3, and they both work just fine.
I'm on my 2nd PlayStation 3, but you have my
I have the
you
first
have my
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
I've got to give
It's not
credit to
gonna die.
Sony for making a more rock solid console.
And PSPs, I've gone through a lot of them, but they've all broke due to my own negligence.
So while their security for their software may not be as rock solid, their hardware is great.
Yeah, well, their security is probably much better now than it has been for a
And
while.
speaking of security, secure your home with our sponsor, ADT.
Yeah, right now, if you call 1-866-778-3127, that's 1-866-778-3127, you can get with ADT.
Yeah, you
security.
You can get up to $850 of free equipment and free activation.
And you just need to sign a 36-month agreement.
And you get to keep people like me out of your house.
But seriously, look into it some more. Check them out.
It's
See what they think.
it's worth it. If you're living in an area that you definitely worry about security, ADT is the brand to go with.
And techpodcast.com. We're a member of that group, and they're helping us get some sponsors. And check out some of the other podcasts there, techpodcast.com. And what else were we ranting on about before all that? Security? Oh yeah, Ragable. He's dangerous.
Ragable is out there with knives. He's playing with a knife. We don't understand it.
I was cut. I'm not gonna say that.
Beyond gaming systems, has anything else come out that...
Was mind blowing from E3.
I was really excited about all the Apple stuff, but that's a whole nother...
Well, okay, so
thing.
we could discuss Apple and their new operating system.
Wait, they announced this at E3?
They announced it during A3. They did. They're having their Mac Developers
their
Conference at the same
WWDC.
time.
They pulled a Sarah Palin. Or just do it at the same time you're having your show. We don't take the press away from you. We just coincidentally said the same thing during your time.
Okay. So let's
Okay.
just stick on the topic of E3.
Okay,
Anything else?
so what this does have to do with E3 is the fact that this is a big thing, having a small personal screen going up to your big screen. Apple is doing the exact same thing with iOS 5. They're allowing you to stream your games to the Apple TV.
Really?
Yeah, so you can have your map on here and your game playing on the Apple TV. So it's the exact same thing that...
Is it upscaled or is it a funky resolution?
It's supposedly 1080p.
It'll be upscaled. It'll be upscaled. Because which one's doing the processing?
The Apple TV's probably doing the processing. And, they're going to be...
I'm with you.
They're going to be, like Apple iPad 1 generation graphics, I imagine, because that's what's inside the Apple TV. Which is not bad. That's probably pretty...
I love how we go back to the Nintendo 64 worse than most things. And you go, ooh, this is neat.
It's probably better than the Wii, but not as good as an Xbox 360.
You know what? What is the middle between a Wii and an Xbox 360 besides an Atari?
An iPad?
Your Android. iPad. Yeah, that makes sense. It's Wii's suck in terms of resolution and
Processing power, but when was the last time you played any games on your Wii?
me or him.
Yeah. Both.
My kids play the Wii all the time. I can't stand.
It's probably the most used system in my house.
My kids use it. I won't play it. I just, it bugs the piss out of me just because it's bubble graphic everything. I want to see.
Depends on
bubble
which
thing.
games you buy. Depends on which games
We
you
might
buy.
lose power.
Yeah, there's supposed to be what are they calling it? Deadly lightning?
Oh
God.
They actually made new, adjectives for lightning.
How can you have deadly lightning and not deadly lightning? Like, there's lightning outside, but it's cool
They
to go
used
out
to-
there
they used to
because you're
call
not going to
those
kill you.
microbursts? That's what I remember them being called, microbursts.
All right, so we're rambling. We're wrap
Yes,
this
we
up.
are. And I was going to say that. So
Move
to
on.
summarize, Wii U from Nintendo, PS Vita from Sony, and
Nothing.
jack shit from Microsoft.
Okay, so I'm devil's advocate. I think that this new Wii's actually pretty cool.
I think it's neat.
I
but
think it's something different. I think it's finally something new.
I think it'll be so expensive that it's not going to matter. And I think the same thing about the PS Vita. I think the PS Vita needs to knock their price in half, pop out at something like at $175 at the most. The most. We're talking $175 to $150, and then drop their existing stuff down to the hundreds and just wipe out the DS community.
I think
I'm just concerned with Nintendo repeating what they did with the Wii. When they first announced it and they showed off what it was about, it was a neat idea. Motion-based controllers. Neat. That's a neat concept.
We don't
But
have
it
anything
kind of-
ready for it.
But then all of a sudden, it just, towards the end of the life cycle, it just third-party.
It's all about the games. It's all about the
And
killer
it
app.
turned out to be, a lot of gimmicky games. The first
Like-
games to come out were mini-game based,
Exactly.
and so
They weren't ready for it when it released.
I'm just concerned that the same thing could happen to the Wii U.
The games that they're showing off with Wii U
They're not games. They're just tech demos.
are
These are
not
usage
worth
scenarios. They're not games. They're not complete games. But I think what Nintendo needs to do is really get involved with developers and try to coach them on how to develop for the Wii U.
Well, and maximize the use of it and backwards
Exactly.
compatibility and,
They have established usage guidelines, and when they sign a developer, when they say, "Hey, by the way, this is how you should develop your game to use it properly." Just try to ensure some quality for the games. For the
Yeah.
Wii U.
So I think it all boils down to the apps. Like the 3DS, it has potential, but right now there's no good games for it. But they showed some good ones at E3. That was one of the other things. They had some pretty cool looking new games. So it's promising. PSP,
I think it's all about price.
PSP, I think that's the biggest thing it
This
had
right
going
here-
against this. Not enough good original games.
This right here
Yeah.
is the biggest competition. All of our phones that can do this stuff now is the biggest
Exactly.
competition to any of these systems. Because any one of us can just buy an app for our
99
phone
cents.
and have the same resolution experience of the quick gameplay. So it's either got to be better involved games or cheaper systems. There's got to be a reason for me to, truthfully, it's difficult for me to justify packing a PSP around sometimes.
Definitely.
When I've got a phone in my pocket that I can pop out and play Angry Birds and be done because I've got 20 minutes here. I'm just,
And you don't want to, it's hard for me to justify carrying around a PSP.
yeah, it's true.
The only time
now-
it gets packed is if I'm on a long trip.
Now, I'll tell you the one thing that surprised me about the new PSP. There's the 3G version. Now, something in that says to me
As
there's a
PlayStation
potential.
phone.
Well, not necessarily PlayStation phone, but they might integrate tablet into this somehow. Because if tablet integration happens, then web interface can happen. It's a touchscreen surface. It's a larger surface. It's a small tablet at that point, but it could do web browsing in a better way. Right now, PlayStation 3 and PSP both suck as a web browser.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Basically, the entire gaming, outside of the gaming experience for the Wii, the 360, and the PS3, they suck at it. They'll
Well,
do
if they could
media,
bring-
photo, and video. But, who uses Facebook or Twitter on their Xbox? It's there, but it's not.
well, you have to
Well, I
pay
was
for the
thinking about
service.
this. What Sony and Microsoft could do to really compete with that casual gaming experience that has popped up around iOS is actually open up their platforms to developers.
I think
And I'm not talking about, the whole Xbox Live Arcade shit, but I'm saying, make it a platform, develop applications for the PS3, for the Xbox 360.
See,
All those Kinect hacks, all those Kinect programs, that could be thrown onto the Xbox 360 into a marketplace.
They do have XNA, I think. XNA Marketplace.
Those are for strictly game oriented, and that gets into the Xbox Live Marketplace, which is
Yeah.
just kind of games and videos. I'm
Now-
talking about.
I'll tell you, if you want to hit a home run, it'll be things like if you can do Netflix on your PS Vita, if you can do Voodoo on your PS Vita,
You can do those on the 3DS.
yeah, you can do them on the 3DS.
Well, not
I'm
yet.
saying,
They're going to. They're not right
if
now.
you can do your Hulu Plus on the PS Vita, either 3G or, Wi-Fi. I'm telling you, those are the things that would make that.
But you can already do that
higher-
on your phone.
Some phones.
My phone.
Some phones. I'm just saying, if you want to, the portable gaming system is competing more with phones right now than it is competing with a platform. And it's need to stop thinking about it as a platform gamer, in as much as it's got to have the same, it's got to take the platform gamer interesting games, and it's got to take the versatility of your tablet and your phone and jam it together.
So what do you guys think? In the comments below, give your thoughts. What do you think is going to win out? Do you think it's going to, next round generation, do you think it's going to be this Nintendo U? Or?
There's no next round from Microsoft, though.
I don't think I think it'd be interesting if Microsoft actually made something portable.
Their next round is the Kinect. That's what they're considering their
They
current...
think the Kinect's still going to be the... I think the
that's
Kinect
what they're
is
showing
making the
off.
same mistake that the Wii made when it first came out. They've got really hokey games and nothing really impressive out.
Well, supposedly that's what they're doing this year, is the more impressive games.
Come out with the Kinect? Recently?
But not really big.
No, they did all their launch titles and they wanted to get ready for the launch. Everybody made all their launch titles because they didn't know if it was going to be a hit, right? So they didn't develop beyond that until they saw how the first round of games did. And they did really well. So now everybody's putting their 2 cents in on all the big franchises are adding their Kinect support.
Might I add,
So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
all the Kinect games look like Wii games.
Yes, they do.
Not all of them.
Find me,
Incidents?
I can only name
Dance
2 games.
the dance game.
That's not
But
tough.
that
Dance
was
Central.
third-party developer.
Dance
You got 2 dancers now. You can dance 2 people.
Dance Central looks a lot like
Rock Band.
no, the other one they did for the Wii. There's a dance game for the Wii that looks a lot like
Michael Jackson.
Let's Dance or something like that. Dance Party, or I don't know. I don't play them. I don't know.
Anyways, leave your
Yeah.
comments.
Leave your comments below.
And all this stuff could change. It's just an announcement, of product ship dates. They could change some of the specs on.
Yeah.
what they're
Put down
gonna
your
launch
opinion. Do you
with.
think
So,
the mobile devices are going to take over the consoles, or the consoles?
what's going to take over the world
Yeah.
before the zombie?
What do you guys
apocalypse?
want to play?
Hey, are we doing Zazzle tonight?
Oh yeah, why not?
Hey, I made new T-shirts. We have new T-shirts.
Lots of new T-shirts, apparently.
Lots of new T-shirts.
There's the. Well,
You
we're
got that one?
tied up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. Zazzle, use this code below and you can save 10% on orders $50 or more, and you can make your own cool t-shirts like this one that I made here. Or I didn't make it, I bought it. He made it.
See that? You see that? He just credited himself. Hey, you know what? We only had one like a week ago, and now there's like a lot.
Yeah, so
Couch Guy kind of went nuts.
Yeah, I told you last week that I was going to make some more T-shirts. Search 2 Smart Guys, all one word, and you'll run into our
Or go to Zazzle.com
/
Tommy5C.
Tommy 5C, Tommy 5C, and you'll see all the shirts I made. There's other shirts. You can make your own shirt, which is the best part of this.
yeah, and then you can sell it. And you can
And
make money
you-
off it. You can choose how much you want to make.
And if you make a 2 Smart Guys one, we'll pin it.
Absolutely.
And I'll probably buy it because I keep buying all of his.
And there's stickers. Hey, I made stickers. I made an iPhone case. I went nuts this week making stuff just because I wanted to have something in there besides one sweatshirt that was really expensive. And everybody complained about how expensive it was, so I made cheaper stuff. I went and found out that there was cheaper T-shirts and all sorts of things. So it's
So give them a shot.
These are just
Zazzle.com.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. And the best thing you can do if you like our show is subscribe, because that helps us
it's really raining outside. I'm nervous.
with advertisers and whatnot. And we do a show every week. See you next Monday.
Hi, we're gonna build an ark.
I'm after you.
Spill 2 Smart Guys production.
All right, let's do this. I got too many buttons to press. I don't know what to do
Spread
anymore.
them out so that I press half, you press half, and we never know which way we're going.
You know, I was thinking about that, like a buzzer. So when you're talking, you buzz yourself in.
Did you ever see that show?
I think it'd be a
where
good idea.
Where the guy that was hosting it would have a panel of people, and he would actually mute them. It was like a CNN, Fox News. Like he would mute them if they got too far ahead, and then talk to somebody else, and they could sit there and ramble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You couldn't hear a word. Like that, and they'd be done. He'd unmute them so they could talk again. It was hilarious. It's like 5 years ago I saw him.
All right, ready?